Hi kids, today we are going to learn about conservation of plants and animals. Conservation of plants and animals. In our planet is inhabited by many different types of living organisms, right? On our earth there are number of living and different types of living organisms, right? They live in a variety of places such as forests, grasslands, deserts, rivers, oceans, and the polar regions, right? If all the kinds of the animals need the same place, no, it need different. That's why we have to divide the animals: domestic animals, wild animals, right? The domestic animals are live nearby, and the wild animals live in forest, right? So that places are suitable for that animals. How the human beings have need suitable places to live, as well as the plants and animals also need, right? If some people they are like to live in north side, and some people are like to live in south side, isn't it? Like that the plants and animals also, the wild animals is live in forest, and domestic animals live in nearby us, isn't it? Like that each and every plant and animals live in a variety of place such as forests, grasslands, deserts, rivers, oceans, okay, and some other animals lives in polar regions also, isn't it? So that we call it biodiversity. Okay, term biodiversity. What is mean of biodiversity? The number and variety of plants, animals, and other organisms that exist is known as biodiversity. The number and variety of plants, animals, and other organisms that exist is known as biodiversity. If in a particular place the number or variety of plants and animals live in a particular place, that is called biodiversity. Okay, and the biodiversity is depending on climatic conditions and geographical area. Some regions show higher biodiversity than others. The biodiversity is depending on climatic conditions. So, this biodiversity is depending on climatic conditions and geographical area. Some regions show higher diversity than others. Okay, next, the terms associated with biodiversity: species, habitat, flora and fauna, endemic species, migratory species. Read along with me: species, habitat, flora and fauna, endemic species, migratory species. Okay, let us learn about these terms. Species. They are a group or class of animals or plants having certain common and permanent characteristics that clearly distinguish it from other groups and which can interbreed among themselves. For example, Homo sapiens are human beings from one type of an animal species. That means, what is mean species? Species means nothing but jati. Okay, so in plants, in animals, in human beings, all the human beings are belongs to one species, that is called Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. What is the species of human beings? Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. Like that, each and every group of plants which have the same characteristics or common characteristics, they are called species. And another example, fishes. There are different kinds of fishes is there, right? So these all the fishes are belongs to one species. And plants also, some plants are cereals plants. For example, cereals plants, groundnut, peanut, Okay, these all plants or belongs to one species is called leguminous family. Leguminous family. Like that, each and every plant which have the common characteristics that plants or belongs to species. And what is the species of human beings? Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens is the species of human beings. Homo sapiens. Next one, habitat. The natural environment of plant or animal species where it lives, multiplies and thrives naturally is called habitat. Habitat means this species need the particular climate to grow, isn't it? If all the plants or grow in the same climate, no, some plants need the cool climate. For example, apple plant grow in cool climate like Simla, Jammu and Kashmir, right, isn't it? And tea leaves are growing hilly areas like cool areas. Okay, so like each and every plant need particular climate where it lives. That is called habitat. Okay, next one, flora and fauna. The numerous species of plants living in their habitat are called flora of place. The numerous species of animals live in their habitat are called the fauna of place. Numerous species of plants live in their habitat. If in particular habitat, some particular plants or live in particular habitat, isn't it? That is called flora of place. Okay, some numerous species of animals live in their habitat are called fauna of place. Fauna is related to the animals and flora is related to the plants. Flora means the numerous species of plants live in their habitat. Okay, for example, mango tree. Mango tree need more temperature, like more heat. Okay, so these are species need these species need a particular habitat. Such plants are called flora of a place. As well as the animals also live in their habitat are called the fauna of place. Next one, endemic species. Plants and animal species confined to a specific geographical area are called endemic species. The giant panda, for example, is endemic to the mountains of, like the giant panda. This is the giant panda. This giant panda, for example, is a endemic to the mountains of Sichuan, Gansu and Shaanxi. These provinces in China. That means these species are live in the particular places only. These are called the endemic species. In India, Aztec lion. Okay, this is the Aztec lion is a endemic to Gir National Park in Gujarat. That means the particular species live there. It's in the particular places only. That is called the endemic species. For example, polar bear. Polar bear lives in polar regions only, isn't it? So these are also endemic species. Next, migratory species. Species of animals that travel long distances at certain times of the year in order to escape the unfavorable conditions or to find more suitable conditions for feeding and reproducing are called migratory species. Migratory species means some birds, mostly bird species are that travel long distance from one country to another country. From one country to another country. They travel for long distance at certain time. In certain time only. For example, summer time. If in summer time there is no water for the birds, there is no food and water for the birds. In that time, the birds is migrate to the other countries where they get the favorable conditions. Again, the summer season is once is completed in India. Again, the birds is migrated to the original places. Okay, this is called the migratory species. In migratory species, the birds only they migrate, and animals are also migrate, some animals, but the most of the birds only migrate from one place to another place. Okay, because of they are feeding and reproducing. Okay, and they have to escape from the unfavorable conditions. Unfavorable conditions means each and every organism needs suitable conditions, isn't it? So whenever they didn't get that conditions, they escapes from their places to somewhere. Okay. And the phenomena of movement of animals in a large number from one place to another to overcome unfavorable conditions is called migration. To escape that unfavorable conditions, the movement of animals and the large number, not only one or two, the large number of animals can move from one place to another to escape the unfavorable conditions. That is called migration. For example, migratory birds such as Siberian crane travel great distance and come to India in group during the winter in order to escape cold unfavorable conditions. Siberian crane is a bird. It travels great distances. Not only some birds are travel nearly 3000 kilometers also. Nearly 3000, 1000, 1500 like that. Distance are also the birds travel from one place to another place. It come to India in group during winter in order to escape the cold unfavorable conditions. This is the migratory species. Okay, kids? And today homework is you have to read this page. And make a voice note. Read this page through a voice note and send that voice note to my personal number. Okay, this is the homework for you. We will continue in the next class. Okay, kids, thank you.